What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? I'm the Godless engineer, and I critically analyze apologist claims to give you the best arguments and information so that you can stand up and use your voice. Today's video is a clip from The Line. If you want to catch me on The Line, I'm on there once a month to host Skept Talk. The Line also has a number of other shows that you might be interested in. So after you watch this clip today, why don't you go on over there, subscribe, and be sure to catch the next show.
So we keep going here. We've got from Australia, Matthew, pronouns they, them, wants to advocate for religion as superior ethics. Which religion, Matthew?
Christianity.
Okay. It says here that religion is superior because it's had thousands of years to develop its ethics. But if Christianity is the true system, then there aren't thousands of years of developing its ethics. There's what God says, and that's unchanging, right?
No.
So what God says changes?
No. There's been thousands of years of study.
Of studying what?
Hundreds of thousands of ethics philosophers.
Yeah, but that's not Christianity. That's not Christianity. What I'm saying is, okay. So you're saying a bunch of ethics philosophers have studied the Christian texts, and that's what develops Christian ethics?
No, you didn't let me finish.
I know.
Over a period of thousands of years, you've had several hundreds of thousands of ethics philosophers who've studied the Christian text, who've done independent research to come to the conclusion that the ethical principles found within Christianity are the most fundamental when it comes to any ethical framework.
That's not true.
Okay. The fact that can I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
Let me ask you something.
Wait.
I know. Oh my God. Fuck me.
Here's what we'll do, Matthew. Since I don't want to hear you whine, I'm just going to mute you while John asks his question. Then we'll unmute you.
Yeah, it's really quick. I would love to hear the justification for Leviticus 25:44 through 46. Now, I know you're going to say this is the Old Testament, not the New Testament, but even in the New Testament, Jesus affirms the laws of Moses and all this other stuff. Plus, there's the thousands of years that Christians have used the Old Testament in order to enforce chattel slavery through the African slave trade, as well as, prior to the African slave trade, They also use these texts in order to justify the slavery of other peoples. So the whole New Testament argument doesn't really work as far as I'm concerned. So I would love for you to justify why it's okay for people to take other people as property, like chattel slavery. I'm not saying antebellum South slavery specifically, but antebellum South slavery is chattel slavery, which is the same kind of slavery that was practiced in the Old Testament in Israel. And if Christianity is the end all be all to morality and ethical living, then you have to be able to explain why this God proclaimed that, or you have to specially plead for it. That's my hypothesis, but I'm wondering how you can explain that.
Look, I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ, and last time I checked, Jesus had how many slaves again? Can you remind me?
I mean, I'm a mythicist, so I don't think Jesus actually existed at all.
That's right. He had zero slaves.
Excuse me,
right.
Matthew. Matthew, why does it matter whether or not Jesus had slaves if the Bible says he could have? And do you think Jesus is God?
We don't do Old Testament. The Old Testament has been fulfilled.
The Old Testament. I'm sorry, Matthew, but you don't get to do that. See, the Old Testament includes. You can laugh all you want.
Man, my belief. You can't do that.
I'm not going to. Okay, I can do whatever the fuck I want on my show, but you can sit there and smugly laugh and listen. But if you throw out the Old Testament, what you throw out is the origin of everything, including original sin. And without original sin, there's nothing to be saved from or to. What you throw out is the entirety of the law, which some of which
threw it out.
You did. You said we don't do the Old Testament.
No, I said
stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting me while I'm schooling you. This is where you learn. You can't
You
throw
don't know
out the Old
anything. You're
Testament.
straw manning my argument and you're straw
I'm not
manning my belief.
anything. Oh, Matthew, I no longer think you're serious about this, because it says here that you're asserting that that human secularism is flawed because secularism is a system of do what thou wilt. But that's not what secularism is. So already in what you told the call
now
screener.
You're changing the topic. Awesome.
No, sir. No, Matthew. Here's what the thing says from the call screener. You must accept human secularism is flawed. The system of ethics is do what thou wilt. Religion has the superior ethics. It's had thousands of years to develop its ethics. Did you tell all that to the call screener?
Statement.
Did you tell all that to the call screener? Did you tell all that to the call screener?
Yes, and that's a true statement.
Then shut your pie hole, because I'm not straw manning you. You are wrong about secularism because it is not
my beliefs. You're saying that
I'm going to mute you because you're an idiot. And I'm not sorry. I'm not remotely sorry, because I don't think you're honest. You're going to sit here and you're straw manning me. I literally asked you, did you tell this to the call screener? And you said yes. And now I'm correcting you, not on your beliefs, but on mine, motherfucker. Secular humanism is not summed up as do what thou wilt. That is a particular version of Satanism called Thelema that is advocated by Aleister Crowley. That is not secular humanism. It is not humanism. The secular humanist manifestos, neither version 1, version 2, nor version 3, includes do what thou wilt. So now that you know better about what humanism is, are you willing to retract that first sentence where you asserted falsely that humanism is do what thou wilt? Are you going to retract that?
it is do what thou wilt. You have nothing. You have no foundation.
Are you going to retract that?
Foundation?
Are you going to retract that or not?
I will only retract it if you can demonstrate the foundation within human ethics. Go ahead, show me.
First of all, human ethics is a broad category. You said secularism, and I talked about secular human
ethics. Can you show me secular human ethics?
Shut the fuck up while I'm talking. Congratulations, Matthew. You will not get to speak for more than 3 seconds for the rest of this show. So just sit your ass on hold. Secular humanism has 3 different manifesto revisions over the years that tell you what the foundations of human ethics are from a secular humanist perspective. You don't get to come in and pretend that secular humanism is do what thou wilt. That is Thelema. That is a version of Satanism that isn't humanism. You asserted that. I've now offered you the correction. Are you going to retract it, or am I going to hang up on you? Which is it?
I'll happily retract it if you can clarify.
No, you don't get to put an if on it. I don't need to clarify shit. You don't get to waste any more time on the show. And you spoke for 3 seconds, which is exactly what I predicted. You are a cartoon, Matthew, and I've hung up on you. Don't bother calling back in today or any other day, because you are a parody. I don't believe that Christians are stupid enough generally to come up with secular humanism is do what thou wilt and then not be willing to be corrected while claiming that I'm strawmanning your beliefs when I've not strawmanned your beliefs. You're asserting that you get to throw out the Old Testament and that Christian ethics is the result of countless philosophers perusing the Christian texts. No, God is unchanging in the Bible. God is unchanging. You don't get to claim that morality used to be one way and then God changed his mind. You don't get to just ignore the entire Old Testament. You are a cartoon. You are a fraud. I don't believe for a second that you are an honest interlocutor trying to defend any version of Christianity. I'm going to bet that you're a little internet troll looking for a sound clip and a bite. So here you go. Pull this sound clip out. Matthew from Brisbane, Australia, you are the stupidest person I've had the displeasure of talking to today. You don't understand secular ethics. You don't understand humanism. You don't understand Satanism. You don't understand Christianity. You are the most easy to spot non-Christian troll I've ever engaged with. And you've called twice now. So goodbye.
What's up, Heathen? Thank you so much for checking out this clip from The Line. If you enjoyed this clip today, you can get more of it by subscribing to The Line. So hit up those links in the description so you can catch me the next time I host Skep Talk. I don't know, was that 20 seconds? Here's some filler shit for, to fill out the 20 seconds. I don't know. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy.